Toastmaster Suresh, I believe the hidden objective of your speech was to make our lives as evaluation contestants hell, which I believe you achieved. Contest chair, fellow judges, and fellow Toastmasters, very good evening.
Good evening.
At the risk of being cliched, may I ask everyone for a round of applause for a simple thing that I take from your speech, which was always known to me, but I see in actual live demonstration, is a good beginning is the job half done. Your start, which I'm sure you're going to hear from all the other evaluators, was very gripping. It's what I like to call a hook introduction. You had great vocal variety, you used your stage, you got us engrossed, and at the same time made us think, oh my god, this is going to be hard. I love the title of your speech, A Friend in Need is a Friend Indeed, which truly is a concept I believe we all connect with, because friendship, love is an emotion all of us share in common. So I like the title of your speech. Like I mentioned, great vocal variety, amazing gestures, and some people have storytelling in their blood. Mr. Suresh, you are one of them. Alright, a few points I would think to consider to enhance the power of your speech, only because I'm nitpicking, and due to mere virtue of my zodiac, I tend to be a little critical. Less is more. A concept which I don't completely abide by either. I felt you described the situation, but the situation had several additional characters. You had your family, you had your fellow colleagues, you had a stranger who helped you go towards the ambulance. So I was a little lost in that, and we're still waiting for the impact that your friend had in your life at that particular moment when you needed him. Moving on, you again mentioned 25,000 rupees and how your friend actually put his money at stake for you. I would have liked a little more focus on that. Although I liked your title, the title of your speech, I felt there wasn't enough impact on how friends in general, help you get through tough times. So maybe I think, in my opinion, I would have titled the speech, driving hazards or dangerous young blood. All in all, you end on a very positive message, a message telling us in a very new way how important friends are and how essential they are, that they are like water, which constitutes most of our bodies. So, would love to hear you speak again. Congratulations.
1 minute silence for our judges. Welcome, contest number 4, Vikas. Contest number 4.
Mr. Contest Chair, honorable judges, distinguished guests, and my dear friends, a very good evening to you all again. Special good evening to Mr. Suresh Nair right here. Great job over there. Big round of applause, Suresh. Alright, this is my opinion on the speeches of the world right now, your target speech. First of all, how many of us would like to have a bike which says vroom vroom like the way he said it? I loved it. I felt like I was on a bike. I felt like I was in Bombay. He described the streets. Absolutely. The power of expression, the power of perhaps vocal variety, and the power of gestures. I really loved that. The start, the way he came up here, gave us a few seconds to guess what he was going to talk about, stepped all the way to the corner, and then went into the room. Really liked that part. Moving on, the content. I think I really liked the content in the sense that it connects a lot with our stories. It connects a lot with the concept that we all value our friends, our friendships. And it's easy for us to get in that tone, perhaps. Again, good selection of words. A couple of things which I would suggest, if I may suggest, that is, when I said the vocal variety earlier, what I meant is I liked how loud your voice was. It carried all the way to the end of the audience. But I also felt as we progressed through the speech, perhaps a better use of vocal variety. Maybe some silence, maybe some variation in your voice would have conveyed the story a little bit more better. I think the times when you said thud or vroom vroom, had you let silence come right before that, it might have just gotten to us a little bit better. That's what my opinion was. Your transitions could have been managed better. And what I've learned in my limited experience at Toastmasters, where transitions, one thing you could perhaps do is when you start a paragraph, you go to this side, talk to this part of the audience, and then when you're done with this, you move away and walk to the other side. Unfortunately, I don't think that could be done because you were going to my next point. You seem to cover the stage in a great way, which is good. We all want presence on stage. At the same time, I think walking across the stage more than required kind of distracts the attention of the audience. It was difficult for me in the back over there to keep track of you, the left and the right, and get my mind kind of wavered away with that. The ending, I felt, was a bit abrupt. Maybe it's because I have an appetite for drilling the point further, but I felt like you had a good story, everything was fine. Maybe you want to leave us with a question, but I didn't find it as a question. I found it as there was something more left, and I was sitting over there, maybe thirsting for a little bit more information. Overall, you're a fantastic storyteller. You're very descriptive. Obviously passionate about the topic, passionate about your friends. You said that friends are like glass, preserve them. That really struck a chord with all of us. And more than anything, I think the most important thing is the starting and the ending. And you took it all the way through. Good job, and I look forward to your next speech.